You may know it as the tall, black and green energy drink, but Monster Energy has come to represent everything special about extreme sports. Ranging from motorsports such as NASCAR, motocross, and rally, all the way to esports gaming, their sponsorship range is nearly limitless. Not to be outshone, the slim, silver, and blue Red Bull has been sponsoring and running many successful motorsport teams for decades. Today we're going to be looking at how the rise and popularity of energy drinks has not only changed motorsports, but how they've continued to push the boundaries of what's possible. Let's talk about it. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Sean, and today we are taking a look at energy drinks and more specifically how their sponsorship and organization has completely changed motorsport. But before we dive right in, make sure you hit that like button down below. It takes no time at all and it helps drive the algorithm towards this channel. And if you want to see more automotive content like this or follow my personal builds, then subscribe to the channel so you can stay up to date. Now, let's talk about it. Because Red Bull has been around for a long time, and since it is the most popular energy drink in the world, we're going to start with them. What you may not know is that Red Bull was founded all the way back in 1976 in Thailand and was most popular among truck drivers and daytime laborers. It slowly made its way through Europe and was introduced to the US in 1997. In this same year, Red Bull introduced its famous slogan, "Red Bull gives you wings." And most of its marketing is aimed towards extreme sports such as mountain biking, aerobatics, BMX, snowboarding, skateboarding, even cliff diving, but most importantly, motorsport. The company first started sponsoring athletes way back in 1989, initially focusing on Formula 1 racing. Back in the 1970s, cigarettes and other tobacco products were completely banned from advertising on standard television, meaning that brands like Copenhagen and Marlboro had to shift their advertising budgets to different forms of media. Without the ability to directly showcase their products on TV, they began heavily pushing for sponsorship in highly viewed forms of sport broadcasting. And this led to some of the greatest motorsport liveries of all time. I'm sure that many of us are familiar with the traditional red and white Marlboro liveries that made their way onto Formula 1 cars and are iconic for their signature designs. But what does this have to do with Red Bull? Well, this meant that entering the advertising market would be even more difficult since it was such a monopoly on race car sponsorship. In the late 90s, Red Bull would sponsor their first racing team, in the form of the Swiss Formula 1 team Sauber. In 2001, Sauber brought in a relatively unknown and inexperienced Kimi Räikkönen, and his performances that year more than vindicated that decision. However, because of this decision, Red Bull decided to end their sponsorship with the Swiss team, and in 2005 they would form their own entity, Red Bull Racing. After running a variety of Cosworth and Ferrari engines in 2005 and 2006 respectively, they would go on to use engines developed by French manufacturer Renault from 2007 all the way until 2018. In the years between 2010 and 2013, they would use these power plants to win 4 consecutive Drivers' and Constructors' Championship titles, a feat not accomplished by a team since Michael Schumacher won 5 straight back in the early 2000s. These wins made Red Bull the first Austrian team to ever win one of these titles and the de facto team to beat going into the mid-teens. During the 2021 season at the Monaco Grand Prix, Red Bull took the lead in the Constructors' Championship on the back of Max Verstappen's win and a poor performance from Mercedes. However, going into Silverstone, a collision between Verstappen and Mercedes driver Lewis Hamilton took Red Bull out of the race. In Formula 1, Red Bull has a major hurdle to cross at every race, and that is one Lewis Hamilton, who happens to be sponsored by another energy drink brand. Monster Energy was introduced by the Hansen Natural Company in 2002, and as of 2020 it holds a whopping 39% of the global energy drink market, second only to guess who? The Monster Energy product skyrocketed the success of Hansen Natural and firmly thrust energy drinks into the limelight in the US. Unlike the rest of the world, in which Red Bull was spreading its influence and popularity, the US didn't have a huge energy drink market at this time, and the bold introduction of the 16-ounce energy drink can absolutely blew the minds of the American public. Sales shot to the moon like Dogecoin, and Monster started looking for sponsorship opportunities to help push the product in as many markets as possible. In the mid-2000s, Monster started producing BMX bikes with their own branding. This was the first time an energy drink brand sold their own products with independent logos. This was a revolutionary concept and would increase the brand's sales even further. In 2007, it was announced that Monster Energy would become the title sponsor for AMA Supercross. This is the most competitive and highest profile off-road motorcycle racing championship in the world. For them to bag this sponsorship would be massive going forward. They would go on to also become the title sponsor for the Motocross of Nations Championship. This is the best of the best, where all nations bring their top riders to compete in what is effectively the World Championship. In addition to title sponsoring multiple leagues across the world, Monster Energy began sponsoring individual athletes as well as teams. They would support athletes in BMX and motocross, and soon would broaden their horizon to the world of motorsport. One of the most recognizable figures in rally racing and motorsport in general is none other than the head hoonigan himself, Ken Block. Most people know him for his wildly popular Gymkhana series, but his roots started in the world of FIA Rallycross. In his first year of competition, he earned the prestigious Rookie of the Year award from Rally America. Within a few years, he'd helped to put rally on the map in the US by competing in events in the X Games, becoming the first American to ever score points in the World Rally Championship, as well as forming his own race team. And this was when Monster approached him with an opportunity. Together, the collaboration between Monster and Block would open the door to a whole new realm of possibilities. Block would go on to produce the Gymkhana series, which has garnered over 550 million views on YouTube, as he throws these massively powerful machines around crazy locations such as Sweden, Mexico, Los Angeles, and even the most dangerous mountain roads of China. All this to say that without the partnership between these two entities, we may not have gotten to witness such an industry-changing experience. But this isn't where it ends for the marriage of Monster and motorsport. Let's take a look at the wild world of NASCAR. In December of 2016, Monster Energy announced that they would be replacing Sprint as the title sponsor for NASCAR's Premier Series. NASCAR's chief marketing officer cited the energy brand's youthful and edgy aesthetic as a driving force of this deal. Over the years, Monster has sponsored drivers such as Robbie Gordon and Ricky Carmichael, but their premier sponsor at the moment is Kurt Busch in his #1 Chip Ganassi race car. Busch won the 2004 NASCAR Cup Series championship, and in 2012 he secured the Monster Energy sponsorship as he joined forces with his brother Kyle Busch's racing team. Kurt would go on to win the 2017 Daytona 500 and is currently the longest tenured driver on the grid in terms of career starts. In April of 2019, it was reported that NASCAR had rejected Monster's offer to extend their sponsorship in favor of a new tiered sponsorship model. Whatever the future of motorsport holds, I'm sure that Monster Energy will have a hand in it, continuing to push the boundaries along the way. But that is going to wrap it up for this one, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it, as I had a ton of fun making it. Leave me a comment down below your thoughts on the energy drink conglomerate or your favorite sponsored athlete. If you did enjoy this video, then hit that like button down below. Helps the channel grow and helps the video get shared with other like-minded car enthusiasts. If you're new to the channel, then be sure to subscribe so you can stay up to date on all the car content coming in the future, or if you want to follow my personal K-Swap Subaru BRZ build. I'll see you guys on the next one, and until next time, build your dreams.